A tape recorder. Must go with the built-in speakers. Probably part of the cabin's furnishings.
Really?
The tape recorder is older than the hills, but it was once very expensive. Top of the range. And it doesn't come cheap.
That is an odd item to have in a cabin. A tape recorder.
Strange. There's only one reel. And it's the wrong one.
Ooh.
No. No sign of the original reel.
So the original one is gone. Maybe the murderer took it, or maybe someone else.
A reel made by Zeibling. I know the brand. Zeibling's tapes can be overwritten many times without losing quality. They're used in offices so that executives can record messages for the secretaries on the same tape over and over again. But they're not good for much else. They're robust, but they don't offer much in terms of sound quality.
And that we can remove. The vase.
A big, ugly, and impractical vase. If it had a wider opening, one could at least use it as an umbrella stand.
Right.
Can't see anything.
Turn it upside down.
Wow. Heavier than it looks.
Turn it upside down. Ah.
Aha.
Aha. The down feathers from the comforter, guys. Oh. There's not pieces of a note?
Nothing special. Although, it seems like one of the feathers was scorched at the top. Literally burnt.
Down feathers? Was she wearing some kind of down feathers last night?
I'd better take it with me.
Maybe that's part of her garment, guys. Okay. We collected the feathers. We did not get a sample of the blood. Oh, so that changes name now. I need to get a sample of the blood too. I don't know how right now. Her luggage.
Apparently, the Baroness didn't have time to unpack her bags. Or rather, didn't have time to tell her butler to unpack them for her.
So where is her butler anyway? We haven't seen him around. What happened to him?
Sifting through all that would take ages. But here, the Baroness's handbag. Ha-ha.
Notebook.
A small leather-bound book. 1964 is engraved on it. This must be the Baroness's diary.
Ooh.
Let's see. Yes, it's a diary, all right. Difficult to read. No entry from yesterday. A brief, sober description of what she's done recently. Met Morris, arranged benefit concert for renovation of Louvre Southeastern Wing, Times photo shoot for Eye of Sphinx, BM, poor excuse for photographer, too fidgety, and so on. This entry looks strange. The handwriting is shaky. Difficult to read. Dreamt of Bobby. Yesterday would have been his birthday. Next week, Jay's.
Bobby? Who is Bobby?
Cosmetics, a handkerchief, a spectacles case. Nothing special.
Bobby sounds like the name of a dog.
The Baroness was a very busy woman, and it looks like she had to cope with loss. She writes about Bubby and Jay. Neither seem to be alive anymore. Almost every family lost loved ones in the war. Maybe hers as well. I'll leave it there. I don't have time to read all of it. The portholes face the side deck. If someone climbed out of the cabin through a porthole, Legrand and I would have seen them.
Check the porthole twice. Okay, Ray.
The portholes are locked. One cannot open or close them from outside. It's the same problem as with the door. If someone left the cabin through the porthole, how did they lock it? And the Baroness wasn't shot from outside. The doctor said she was shot at close range.
Very interesting, guys. Maybe before she entered the cabin, she was already shot? Remember, she was drunk. Maybe she doesn't even know that she was shot. That is possible. Yeah, the drug works something like a painkiller. Maybe she doesn't know that she's in trouble. Okay, the painting. Hold on. Oh, okay, they summon the vase again. Let's do that one more time.
Why were the down feathers tossed in the vase? Or is there anything else in there?
Maybe turn it over.
Something else in the vase, but the neck is too narrow to reach in with my hand.
Can we turn that over one more time? Can we use the tongs?
Could work. There's something in there. Ah.
Ooh. What is it?
Someone stuffed this in the vase. Looks like it's been used to muffle a gunshot. If this isn't an important discovery, I don't know what is. Legrand, here I come.
So the murderer was really inside the cabin. Just so how we locked all the windows and the doorways from the outside. So... the painting, guys.
Sunflowers. By Van Gogh, I presume. He liked to paint that sort of thing. Can't be an original. They cost thousands of francs.
More feathers under the bed. More feathers under the bed. Can we go look at the bed? Oh, there we are. More feathers this way. Thank you, Ray. Almost missed this.
Something's under there. More feathers. And they're singed as well. I'll put them with the others.
Maybe her jacket has feathers on it. Wait, I don't remember, guys. The Queen of Hearts clothing. No, I don't think it has feathers. Maybe it is from a comforter. It's from the bed. Maybe. Okay, notepad on the table.
The notepad has the ship's emblem on it. I suppose all the first-class cabins have them.
Okay, any writings? Oh, there are writings. Inspector. Be in the saloon at 10 p.m. There is a murderer on board. Oh, and I will expose him. It's a man, not a woman, guys. So remember, before she went on board of the ship, she fainted, guys, when we were talking to her near the car. So I think she saw someone on board, and she was shocked, and then she fainted. She recognized someone on board.
It says, Inspector, be in the saloon at 10 p.m. There is a murderer on board and I will expose him. Be. The Baroness seems to have known the murderer, and that means that the Raven can't be the murderer. He never killed anybody. Legrand probably never got the message, otherwise he'd have said something.
And that someone is probably not one of the passengers on board of the train, guys. Because she has been with them for a while on board of the train, she knows all the passengers on board. So that means there's someone new on the ship right now that she recognized. Someone who is a murderer. And I think that is the reason why she is dead now.
The mannequin surely came with the cabin. A mannequin for the Baroness's clothes would have a more generous figure. The most unportable portmanteau I've ever seen.
You can hide a man inside. Is that big? What? It is a good hiding spot, isn't it?
A portable bar is more like it. Must be hard work transporting this big, heavy thing halfway around the globe. And the Baroness was lucky that the other freight cars were only lightly damaged by the explosion. An impressive piece, but I don't think it'll get me anywhere with the murder investigations.
Can we not take a closer look? Okay, there's also an alarm here. Oh, each room has its own alarm? Really? Emergency alarm.
Another alarm. It was tripped at some point. The seal is broken.
Oh!
But there's no way of telling whether it happened yesterday or 5 years ago.
Ah, okay. So this one has been activated, guys. Maybe last night. Or maybe some time ago. I don't know. The murderer activated the alarm himself? Maybe.
There should be a ventilation shaft behind the hatch. Usually a good way to break in and out undetected. But we're on a ship. The ventilation shafts are very small here.
That is not small, you can fit in there. Well, remember, one of the fans on board of, on that, the upper level, guys, one of them wasn't spinning. Maybe the murderer went through the pipes into this room. That's how he got inside. He doesn't even need to unlock the doors or the portholes. He can actually stand on this to reach the cover. It is entirely possible.
I can't say why, and it seems impossible.
No, it is not.
But something tells me that the murderer entered and left the cabin through the door. The only question is how.
He stand on this thing. No more hotspot here. He probably activated the alarm and then he got out through that the fan cover, the pipes. Alright, have I exhausted all the hotspots? Anything else? I think that is it. I have not removed a blood spot though. I think I need to remove the blood. Get a sample of the blood. But I don't know how, guys. Yeah, I don't know how.
The Seibling brand reel from the Baroness's cabin, the tape that came on it, and the reel that belongs to the player are both gone.
The pillowcase. Can we examine the pillowcase one more time?
The unusual color of the blood could be something that Legrand and Dr. Gebhardt missed last night. All cats are gray in the dark, as the saying goes. I should take a sample.
How? How do I get a sample? I wish I can cut it out, but that is not possible, guys. Okay, maybe I need to go get a knife. Oh, hello. Oh, you are here. The butler. Finally. So, I think you know what happened last night, right?
The Baroness's butler looks like he didn't get much sleep. I would describe his facial expression as worried.
He seems uneasy.
Hello, Mr. Inch.
Oh, Constable, hello.
You look the worse for wear. It must be terrible for you.
Quite terrible. No one will hire me now.
Excuse me?
My mistress was murdered. Would you hire a butler who's been mixed up in a murder?
But if it turns out that you're not guilty...
If. But what if not? Who else would they blame? There are no gardeners on this ship.
I understand your problem. Under these circumstances, I'm sure you'd answer some questions that could help clear your name, wouldn't you?
Of course.
Where were you last night?
Did you notice anything suspicious last night?
No, sir. After the Baroness went to the saloon, I went to the forecastle. I was there until the alarm went off. I went to the side deck and arrived shortly after Professor Lucien and Miss Miller. We found you and Inspector Legrand there. You were unconscious, and the inspector asked us to take care of you.
Did you hear the gunshot?
No, just the alarm, sir.
You said you were on the forecastle. It sounded like the Baroness let you have the rest of the night off.
Not entirely, sir. One of the crew informed me that the Baroness wanted to be roused at 10:15.
Right. Why was that?
I suppose that she wanted to toast the success of the journey with the captain and the other passengers.
She hadn't intended to take a nap then.
That was not her way, sir. She had a lot of spirit, shall we say, when it came to social engagements and a glass or two of champagne.
The Baroness's cabin seems to have been ransacked.
Indeed, sir, by the Baroness herself.
Really?
She was searching for something the entire afternoon.
And did she find it?
Ooh.
I think she did, sir, yes. She was in high spirits when she finally left her cabin.
You wouldn't happen to know what she was looking for, would you?
I'm afraid not.
Okay, interesting, guys.
Would you describe the Baroness as orderly?
Well, she always had a lot of responsibilities, sir.
That doesn't answer my question.
She used to take a lot of luggage on journeys, and I helped her keep track of it as best I could. She was always very angry when she couldn't find something.
What about the photos and the documents I saw in her cabin?
I really don't know. They were out of bounds to me, sir. Memories from the war, I'd say. They meant a lot to her.
I wonder whatever she found yesterday night. Maybe that item is missing now. Maybe the murderer took it away. Yeah, this gotta be important.
The Baroness seemed to be pretty drunk the last time I saw her.
Is that so?
Does that surprise you? Did the Baroness not drink?
Oh, yes, she drank. It was no secret.
I understand. How serious was her habit?
Serious enough, sir.
Was she under any medical supervision?
Certainly not, sir. She adamantly refused to see a doctor. Like so many elderly women, she had a distinct aversion to hospitals and the like.
How long had you worked for the Baroness?
6 months, sir.
Only 6 months?
I always thought that butlers stayed with their employers for decades.
Those decades have to start at some point, Constable. Her former butler wasn't able to fulfill his duties any longer. Gout, sir.
I understand.
I took on his duties and hoped for a secure position for the next 20 years.
Interesting, guys. So he's pretty new.
May I ask what happened to your arm?
A souvenir from the war, sir.
Doesn't it hinder your work?
Yes, sir. Obviously.
I didn't mean to offend you.
The Baroness had a soft spot for disabled veterans. I think she'd been through a lot herself.
I think that's all for now.
Please, sir, find the murderer. You have to clear me of all suspicion.
Well, I didn't notice that there's something wrong with his arm. But anyway. So he's quite new on the job, guys. So I cannot take the blood sample at this point, but I will come back later. Okay, thank you, Ray. Thank you for letting me know. Go back to Legrand's cabin. Okay, yeah, we found some information. I think we should go back and share some of this newly found evidence. Now let me examine the notes again.
A singed pillowcase is proof that there must have been a second gunshot.
Whoa, I'm going in automatically.
Inspector?
What is he doing?
Can't you knock?
I didn't realize. I'm really...
I'm not getting anywhere. I'm going to question each passenger individually. Anyone without an airtight alibi will be checked for gunshot residue.
But, Inspector...
People trip up when you put pressure on them, Constable Zellner. The Raven is nervous. He's changed his methodology and become a murderer. I'll see it in his eyes. After you.
But, Inspector Legrand...
I think he just gave himself a booster shot on his arm. Is that what happened just now?
We have no proof that the Raven and the murderer are the same person.
You may not know it, but I do. I will catch him with or without your help.
He's so stubborn. He's always that, guys. Oh, man.
I don't believe it. What's gotten into him? Ah, well. It makes no sense to tell him about my theories if his opinion is already set. I need evidence. Or better yet, the murderer. I also need his lab if I'm going to get anywhere. I need to get in there somehow. And I really need to talk to the stowaway. He may have information, and the inspector will just ignore him since he's too young to be the Raven.
I also want to go inside this cabin, guys, Legrand's cabin. I want to go in.
Legrand locked the door.
Ooh. Is there actually a way to
The
go
lock
inside?
isn't especially secure. If I had a wire or something like that, I could probably pick it.
Ooh, so it is possible. We are going in. Are we also going inside the doctor's cabin? The medical center?
Dr. Gebhardt locked the door, and until I have good reason, I won't wake him up.
Okay,
Something
okay.
tells me that he wouldn't be amused.
Piece of wire. I need to go find a piece of wire. And I also need to go talk to the stowaway too. Get rid of the constable. He was injecting himself with something. Right, yeah, that's what I saw too. A booster shot, an adrenaline shot. Ah, the violinist.
Mr. Kreutzer, come on, you have to give me a bit more. You're the only one who was on the train and who has no alibi for last night.
As I said, I was in my cabin.
Are you sure that it was your cabin and not the Baroness's?
Legrand will question the guests, one after another. But if he doesn't get the answers that he wants to hear, it could become unpleasant for them. Mr. Kreutzer clearly feels uneasy. But does Legrand actually think he's the Raven?
Well, he does look like the Raven.
Legrand is absorbed in the interrogation. He still seems pretty annoyed. The violinist seems to be bearing the brunt of it. Legrand will attend to the interrogations, and I'll handle the investigation. I won't talk to him again until I'm ready to present the murderer.
Okay. So anything new inside the saloon? The shelving dish. This isn't here before. Oh, can examine the buffet. Can we eat lunch now?
Excellent.
Cup of coffee, thank you.
Ah,
Refreshing.
that's just what I needed. Coffee is not bad at all, but 1 cup is enough. English ham and eggs. One advantage on an international trip is the international breakfast. Many of my fellow countrymen think it's outrageous to eat fried bacon, sausages, or anything heavy for breakfast. I, on the other hand, think ham and eggs are the only worthwhile contribution the English have made to international cuisine. It's not fair. There's a magnificent buffet, but I don't have an appetite. Maybe a side effect of the tranquilizer.
Maybe we will get another chance tonight?
It's not fair. There's a
Yes, it's not fair. Life is not fair. Lady Westmacott.
Lady Westmacott, may I bother you for a moment?
By all means, Mr. Zellner.
So you've been listening onto the conversation now?
How is the questioning going?
Are
Yeah.
you implying that I'm an eavesdropper? The inspector is placing a lot of pressure on our dear Mr. Kreutzer. He's the only one who was on the train and who doesn't have an alibi for last night.
Perhaps. But him? A murderer?
I know people like him. He doesn't have enough backbone to kill someone in cold blood and remain so calm. He'd turn it into a drama and then a farce, drink himself insensible, and then, railing at fate, pitch himself into the sea. Forget him. Legrand is wasting his time. Mr. Kreutzer just happens to be a perfect fit for the inspector's image of the Raven.
Athletic, cultured, moves among the rich and famous?
I'll eat his violin if he's the Raven or the murderer.
I have to be going, Lady Westmacott.
Please keep me informed, Constable Zellner.
Of course.
So did she not know that it was the violinist who stole her purse? Did we not tell her about that? I don't remember, guys. Alright, let's go back outside. We need to distract the constable. Oh, there's someone else here. Oh, remember you, Miss Mayers. Oh, wait up, guys. Almost forgot about you. Miss Mayers. And the captain also looked bored, guys. Okay, let's go talk to her. Enjoying your sunbathing, huh?
Miss Mayers seems to have found an opportunity to do nothing. Hello, Miss Mayers.
Hello, Mr.
Constable Zellner.
Where were you last night?
Do you think it's appropriate to go sunbathing in a situation like this?
What situation?
A woman was murdered last night.
If refusing to sunbathe could bring the dead back to life, I'd go back to my cabin immediately.
Did you hear or see anything suspicious last night?
No, I didn't feel very well last night. I went to bed early.
So, you're feeling better this morning?
Thanks for asking.
I'm sure your parents are truly sorry that they can't be with you at this difficult time.
Maybe, but I'm not a little girl anymore. And thinking about my fiancé keeps me going.
You're engaged?
Yes. My boyfriend and I got engaged right before the trip. I want to surprise my parents, especially my dad.
I'm sure he'll be very surprised. But what will you do if your father doesn't agree to the engagement?
What choice does he have when he put me on this boat full of thieves and murderers in the first place?
Charming. Enjoy the sun, Miss Mayers, and don't let us disturb you.
If you're trying to make me feel guilty, Constable, it's not working.
Okay. She's acting very suspiciously, guys.
Miss Mayers doesn't really seem to be much help in my investigations. She's probably too busy thinking about her fiancé.
Maybe she's just acting her part. She's young and she's independent. So, I don't know, she could be the Raven. Copycats.